Morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning. September. Yeah. What happened? All of a sudden, it was just like, look around. The world's on fire. Pandemic. Oh, yeah, in September. Boom. I hope everyone out there is doing okay, given the strange and wonderful circumstances that we're under right now. I thought I would try to do my best to play some inspiring music, speak some inspiring words, and see what happens. That's sort of my modus operandi these days. See what happens, but you got to keep the faith. If you want to do that, I want to say to my sisters and my brothers out there, keep the faith. I want to say to my sisters and my brothers, well, keep the faith. When the storm flies and the wind blows, go on at a steady pace. When the battle is fought and victory is won, we will all shout together, we have overcome. Talk to the Father and the Son when we make it to the promised land. Let's walk together, my children. We don't ever have to worry in this world of trouble. You gotta love one another. You gotta take your fellow man by the hand and do your best to help him understand. We will all be together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land. Our Bible reads, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, Lord, for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pessimist that walketh in the dark, nor for the destruction that waiteth for us, waiteth in the noonday hour." If we walk together, my children, we don't ever have to worry in this world of trouble. Lord knows you gotta help one another. Got to take your fellow man by the hand, got to try to do your best to help him understand. We will all be together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land. This world is not our home. We are only passing through. Our home is way up there, Lord, way beyond the blue. But let's do our very best when we're traveling through the land. We'll all be together soon, shaking a hand, and make it to the promised land. If you walk together, my children, have to worry in this world of trouble. Lord knows you gotta love one another. You got to do your very best that you can. Help your brother, sister to understand. We will all be together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land. Make it to the promised land. Make it to the promised land. Land. Lord knows when we make it to the promised land. Make it to the promised land. Make it to the promised land. All put together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land. We'll all be together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land. when we make it to the promised land. Hi, Mom. I can see you're watching on the Facebook. One of my favorite gospel-y songs there, My Sisters and My Brothers, Charles Johnson. No idea who Charles Johnson is, but I feel like he wrote another song as well. I thought I would play this one because it came up the other day while I was sitting on the piano trying to learn a Grateful Dead song, which I'm also going to play, I think. Freight Train by Elizabeth Cotton. Freight train, you run so fast. Oh, freight train, you run so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on. They won't know which route I've gone. When I'm dead, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street. I can hear old number 9 as she comes rolling on by. Freight train, you run so fast. Freight train, you run so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on. They won't know which route I've gone. When I'm dead and in my grave, no earthly pleasures will I crave. Just place those stones at my head and feet, and you can tell them all I gone to sleep. Freight train, you run so fast. Freight train, you run so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on. They won't know which route I've gone. Freight train, you run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on. They won't know which route I have gone. They won't know which route I've gone. They won't know which route I have gone. Amen to that, Elizabeth Cotton. So, I started playing that song a lot more this week just because it's so fun to play for me. While I was trying to learn this song, I suppose this is as gospel-y as anything else that the Grateful Dead have ever done. Crazy Fingers. I didn't really, wasn't, I always loved hearing this song when I used to go to Grateful Dead shows. It wasn't like my favorite song. When I started to learn all the chord progressions, though, this past week or so, it's really grown on me so much, both lyrically. I never quite got all the lyrics before, or just how what a great piece of music it is, how it goes from major to minor again in such an interesting way. Anyhow, enough of that. Let's give it a shot. Crazy Fingers. Your rain, it falls like crazy fingers, peals of fragile thunder, just keeping time. Recall the days that still are to come. Some sing blue, hang your heart upon a laughing willow, straight down to the water, deep sea of love, beneath the calm, sweet face of the sea. Swift undertow, life may be sweeter for this, I don't know. Oh, see how it feels in the end. May Lady Lullaby sing plainly for you, soft, sweet, and true. Cloud hands reaching from a rainbow, tapping at your window and touching your hand. So swift and bright, strange fingers of light, just floating in the air. And who can stop what must arrive now? Something new is waiting to be born. Dark as the night, you are still by my side. Shining side. Oh, gone are the days we stopped to decide where we should go. We just ride. Gone are the broken eyes we saw through in dreams. Gone both dream and lie. rings true. Midnight upon a carousel ride, reaching for the gold ring deep down inside. Never could reach it, Lord, it just slips away. But I tried. Oh, I tried. All right, I made it through. A lot of chords in that one. I was first when I first started to sit down the last couple weeks to try to learn this song. I was just blown away by some of the chord progressions that Jerry Garcia had come to him, or he'd come up with. This stuff works in mysterious ways. Where from this major beginning, it kind of steps up there. It's all major, and then it just like that F minor to lead back into this G. And then again on the second part of the verse, I just love that change from the major to the minor. A major seventh to a minor C. I was just like, whoa, that is a beautiful progression. And the chorus progression is great too. And then I start diving in. This is where, as I start thinking about Sunday morning and getting inspiration, from music and from other things around us in these dark and troubled times, I started, looking at Robert Hunter's lyrics a little bit more, and I never sort of really captured a couple of them when I was listening to this all these years. Beyond the hang your heart on a laughing willow, stray down to the water, a deep sea of love, beneath the sweet calm face of the sea, swift undertow. Ain't that true? And the first time, life may be sweeter for this, I don't know. See how it feels in the end. May Lady Lullaby sing plainly for you, soft, strong, sweet, and true. And then the second time that chorus, the lyric comes around, it's life may be sweeter for this, I don't know. It feels like it might be all right. While Lady Lullaby sings plainly through you, love still rings true. And that I sort of never picked it up that the second time, whatever this Lady Lullaby is doing is singing through you. And that's what I'm trying to do on a Sunday morning with this live stream, is just have this love that's available to all of us at all times. Just let it come through me. That's always my prayer. And that's always my hope in these dark, dark times. When it seems like there's no hope. I saw this meme the other day that was like, I came across this picture of cardboard cutouts at a baseball game with the apocalyptic reddened skies behind it. So it was taken at a stadium where they're not having, because of the pandemic, they're not having any fans in the stands. So they put these cardboard cutouts in this stadium, in the first couple rows for the TV to catch. And the meme was like, I came across this photo, and I think we should make this the official picture of 2020. I nominate this for the official picture of 2020, which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, these are dark and troubled times for sure. But that is my prayer when I get into songs like this and music, that I see that this truth of who we really are is expressed oftentimes through music for me. And yeah, to get back to Crazy Fingers, I sort of never had, that lyric had never really resonated with me before. I thought it was just repeating, "May Lady Lullaby sing plainly for you." But Robert Hunter is like, "May Lady Lullaby, while Lady Lullaby sings plainly through you." And then I always, I think these days about my meditation practice, when it's the last line, "Midnight on a carousel ride," which that line always just felt like kind of, not really creepy, but kind of like it's so evocative. I just imagine like you're the only one there. It's like an empty fairground or something. It's definitely eerie, midnight on a carousel ride, reaching for the gold ring down inside, right? And I sometimes feel like when I'm struggling with meditation, that this next line, how it resolves, I never could reach it, right? For it just slips away. You try to grab onto something, and especially with thought, when I'm just trying to sit there and let the thoughts sort of just go away, it just slips away. But I try. That's all we can do, right? That is all we can do, is try. So anyhow, that's my new favorite song. I just love the progression, and lyrically, I'm just like, oh man, this is a great song. I talked to one of my good friends from those days, Rich Ditch Davio, yesterday, who's out in Portland, Oregon, and stuck inside because of all the smoke, and stuck inside because of the pandemic. And I was mentioning this song. He was like, that is one of my favorite. I love that song. Always loved that song. I was like, yeah, you are ahead of me in that game, because now I've just grown to love it much later in life. I thought I'd play another couple gospel-y like songs. I think I'm going to put a beat behind this one. I don't know if my mom is still watching, but I am sure glad that I am not a motherless child. motherless child. Sometimes I feel just like I'm a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like I'm a motherless child, just a long way from my home. Such a long, long way, long, long way. Oh, such a long, long way from home. The Casio ending on that is not my favorite one. It's so upbeat though. I wonder if I can play it again. I won't be here all week, although I'm starting work on my neighbors here in Florence is building a nice big dance studio. 2-car garage with a big dance studio above it. So I will be working here this week. I will be here most of this week. Coming up, school starts for the kiddos this week, such as it is. Spent some time yesterday getting Rosie's office, quote unquote, school room in the guest room. We painted a wall and took down some shelves and put up a big world map and got that going. And Beatrice is going to be mostly upstairs because we're starting all remote here. And she just recently turned 16 yesterday and recently became a ducky mama. She got some duck eggs about a month ago. It takes them a while for them to hatch. And 2 of them hatched out last week. And so she's spending a lot of time up in her room with them. And she will probably start her remote learning more in her room than out of the room in the living room upstairs. I'm going to make her a space as well for this remote learning. So that song, Motherless Child, that reminded me of a song I wrote about these times when I feel like a motherless child. And you know, I think I will maybe I'll put a different beat behind this. Let's try this one. Just the regular bossa nova beat. I'm going to go with something a bit more upbeat. hurtling down, down upon the ground, next to the child who shrugged his shoulders. Well, 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 at least this he could understand. It was cold, cold as a tomb, filled with some old sadness. I have touched the wings, I have touched the wings of madness. Don't wait up for me tonight, but I still got many miles. Yeah, I'll try to make it home to you, back to the warmth of your smile. On the When I'm walking last night, I was walking for miles, just trying my best to remember how to make it back home to you. The wind and the rain shook the hedgerows of that quiet country lane, settled in the gutters. My cold, tired brain, oh so cold, cold as a tomb that is filled with some old sadness. I have touched the wind, I touched the wind from the wings of madness. Made it through that one as well. That's a fun song for me to play. Hey, Jonathan Stein. Welcome. motherless child. Oh, sometimes I feel just like I'm a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from my home, a long, long way, Lord knows, from my home. I think I'll try this one more time since I just learned it this past week. Your rain, it falls like crazy fingers, peals of fragile thunder, keeping time. Recall the days that still are to come. Some sing blue, hang your heart on a laughing willow, straight down to the water, deep sea of love, beneath the sweet face of the sea. Life, it may be sweeter for this, I don't know. See how it feels in the end. May lady lullaby sing plainly for you. Soft, strong, sweet, and true. Cloud on both dream and lie. Love still rings true. A midnight on a carousel ride, reaching for the gold ring deep down inside. I never could reach it. It just slips away. But I try. Major chord today. All right, Crazy Fingers, Robert Hunter and Jerry Garcia. May they rest in peace, or rest in pieces, one or the other. Yeah, so I take my inspiration today from songs like that remind me of the deep love that is down inside. And it doesn't really matter if you grab, for me, it doesn't really matter if I grab that gold ring, you know, as long as I try. As long as you try, that's all that matters. You know, one thing I've learned from the Vipassana tradition and going to these meditation retreats, listening to the Dharma talks and everything, is when you get right down to it, for me, again, I only speak for myself and hope that someone out there can find some sort of touchstone that says, oh, that sounds familiar. For me, the most important thing, and in the Buddhist tradition as well, it's very important, is intention, is that you try. What is your intention at the end of the day? Is your intention come from some place of anger or fear, anxiety or depression? Does your intention come out of some space of compassion, some space of love? And, you know, if your intention is just to try, everything else, it doesn't matter, right? If you're sad, and you're trying to get better, trying to feel better, that's all that matters, is your intention to feel better. It doesn't mean that you're going to feel better necessarily right away. Yeah, anyhow, I hope everyone out there is doing well in these troubled times with the pandemic and, with these apocalyptic fires in California and climate change and all the rest of this momentous time. Who can stop what must arrive now? For something new is waiting to be born. And that is always my belief, is that these are labor pains, and it is painful right now. But out of this will be born a much better world, a more compassionate world. And that is my honest to God belief. So everyone out there, take care, and have a good week. And hopefully we'll see some of you next week for Saturday night, Sunday morning, or something in between. Ciao.